This should be it. I mean, let's just, I'm gonna double check on. Always gotta double check on the channel. Let's see. I mean, it says it's working, so. Always gotta double check. I mean, it sounds like it is. Sounds like it sounds decent too. All right, there we go. Boy, oh boy, it's been some time. My goodness. All right, well, let's see. We've just been sitting here, I guess, for a little bit. It's not too crazy. Why is this something seems off about this? What is this dilemma that I'm currently feeling right now? Something feels off. Slightly off. It feels, what, does this feel too fast? Oh, no. Something does feel off about this, and I can't quite put it. I don't know. What is, I feel like I switched most of my settings though. What's up? Whoever's in the chat, how you doing? Trying to figure out, for some reason, I don't know, is it, I mean, yeah, you guys can see this pretty well. Okay. I don't know what is, something feels off. This does not feel like I should be able to move that fast. Controls, mouse settings, sensitivity. I think we had it at like 45. That's probably why. Maybe? I don't know. Even this feels weird. I don't know. Maybe 50 was right, and I was just over exaggerating the entire time. Because I swear it doesn't normally do this. Is it just the FOV? I don't know. We're currently just we're getting gunpowder. Saving up for some rockets and such. Bang. About to have a full. Once we get a stack, then the rest will go into the elytra chest. But yeah, I guess I'll wait for a few more people to join in that way before we have said discussion about what's been going on with me, because it's been a little rough, but it's nothing we can't handle. 54. Technically, I mean, I'm not counting this as 64. We need a good landing place. I don't know how I feel about this. I kind of want to change my, is it my FOV being, that's like what normally feels weird. I feel like this is what I normally play on PvP. There's just something off about my mouse. I can't quite put my finger on it. Let's see. Well, I can't stream for more than about 2 hours today, so we're gonna have to kind of make this somewhat of a quicker live. But let me go ahead and text the Discord actually. That would probably be smart. Alright, let's see. Currently streaming, guys. Come join. Feel free to join. I don't know how else I'm supposed to say that. Alright, so what do we have in here? That's a lot. Please tell me we're close. Yes, we have finally hit 64. So now everything else is going to go in here. We'll put these two types of rockets in here. Oh, that would make sense. We'll do something like this and something like that. And then gunpowder we'll do the end like that. We don't even have the paper. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Paper's right here. Okay. Let's do this. Let's put this in there. Man, it's been some time. Feel like there's something off here. Let's go back to the base real quick before we do all this, John. Oh my goodness. Here it is. It's not that far. I'm glad we did not build it that far. And of course, because I switched from Lunar Client, it's asking me to punch a tree like I haven't done that 10 million times. And I know what it's going to ask me afterwards, so I might as well go ahead and do it. Uh-oh. Whoops. That's a lot of mobs. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's just, let's go. Let's go into said house. Go to sleep if we can. Nice. Okay. Let's see. I guess, I mean, it's not a bad time to start talking about it, but it wouldn't necessarily be like most, what's up, Gooners? I'm the UGG guy, but I changed my name too many times, people. What's up, Gooners? I'm the UGG guy, but I changed my name because too many times people have a hard time pronouncing my name. I feel like it's still the same, though. What are you talking about, UGG? At least it should be changed. I don't see anything changed. I don't. Oh yeah, that's what we were gonna do before it's stupid. Hold on. We need to find a tree. I guess we might as well. I mean, yeah. We're gonna get this started at 4. We'll start talking about everything at 4. And that way I don't gotta worry or trip too much about people not being here or looking at the live later on and being like, bro, what happened? Or when is this gonna start type of thing. But I don't see the change yet. Ugh. Where what's something we can work on while we talk about this? That's a good question. We could start on the mine, but that could also be a video, because that's like a video length type of project. What's something we can work on that's like a live stream type of project? Let's see. Well, we could actually enhance the boardwalk a little bit. We could work on the boardwalk, honestly. That would probably be a great idea. Wait, I'm dumb. I changed my name instead of the @ thing. Oh yeah, now I see it though. I see it. It's Dr. Pigeon 42 now. Why'd you change it to Dr. Pigeon? We need some lore here. We need some lore updates. Oh my gosh. This is the best name that I could come up with. That's funny. That is, you know, I mean, hey. Oh, that's funny. Trust I'll drop pigeon lore one day. Oh, I believe it. I definitely believe it. I believe the pigeon lore will come to life. I wish that, speaking of,
narrator,
okay,
narrates all.
No.
Narrator,
No, yes.
off.
I don't know why that is. That keybind, but no, we're not doing that. Let's see how much stone I have. I should have a decent amount somewhere. No, not really. Actually, we should have some somewhere else in here. Probably. Okay, wow, we might not. I feel like we just dumped a lot of it, yeah. So there's a decent bit in here. Not crazy, nothing. What up, Penguin? We're gonna wait till 4 to start talking about this, but how have you guys been? How have you guys been? Let's grab this. Oh yeah. Oh, and we got breads in here. Let's go. Okay. Okay. We're starting to pick up. People are starting to pop in. I feel like we can really just honestly leave this out for now. Haven't been in Bro's stream for a while. Well, I also haven't really been streaming for a while too. That's the other thing. Also, speaking of, what's my render distance is normal. Everything's normal. What's causing? I feel like, okay, we don't need this many freaking clouds, dude. Can we turn this down to like 16? Stuff is getting expensive. Currently in the process of getting the stuff I need for the academy. When you say the academy, like what kind of stuff do you need for that? But I feel that quite quite some bit right now, actually. Don't have like the best news, but I mean, in a way, it kind of is some good news. I can make good news out of it, but overall, it's not the best. State Troop Academy, yeah. So you're just buying, yeah, I could see that. I could see that getting expensive. Boardwalk wise, let's see. How do we want to do said boardwalk is the real question. What is this? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It kind of just keeps going in the whole time. Okay. This is a 4 block, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wrong block. I mean, I guess that could have stayed there regardless, actually. Well, no better time like the present. What do you guys, is this is completely filled in. What did I do? No, I just can't. Shirts, boots, uniform, shoes, etc. Yeah, okay, I can see that. I could see that. I could see the boots being expensive. They're always typically expensive. Dude, I kind of screwed myself here. Dude, why? Let's just do this really quick. Let's just sit at the cobblestone generator. Huh. We're gonna need a lot of this to do this while talking. So, tell you guys what. Let me do this really quick. Keybinds, space or left click. Come down here, space bar. Guys, I'm gonna go fill up my water really quick. But I will be right back. Give me like 30 seconds. Shouldn't be that bad. Also, before I leave, cheapest boots, that meet the criteria, like 260. Yeah, that's what I expected, honestly. That is like a minimum range was like 300. Boots are not cheap. They're not cheap. I'll be right back.
I'm going to miss you.
Alright, hold up.
Hold on, chat. I did not forget about you, okay? Okay? I did not forget.
Let's see. Oh no, no, we don't know. No. Guys, stop it with the glue. I just came back. Are we kidding me? What is this? Oh, okay. Wow, it just something feels off about the way that this feels. What did... I gotta just be out of my mind today. Something does not feel right about this. I'll have to look at my settings for Lunar Client and transfer them over here to this. Let's see, what are we talking about? Alright, y'all, trap his chair while he gone. Alright, that's crazy. Alright. So we know who's the real op in the chat right now. That's what we're getting out of this. Let's see. Boom. It's almost 4, so we're about to get into this interesting live stream. Interesting in a bad way. Let's see. Nah, bro, it's AI. AI took over my phone. We never said anything about glue. Yes, y'all do, bro. Y'all, I'm seeing glue, bro. And now look, now we're lying. Now we're lying over here. Plain sight and plain daylight. Oh my gosh. This might be a pain. Actually, no, it's not. I forgot, dude. We got so much stuff down. Okay. Let's do this. And then now that it's 4, we can finally chat. So, where have I been? Where, like what's gone on recently? I guess all these are probably questions that y'all have had, and now they're about to get answered. So, starting off, where have I been? Started school. I think I did mention somewhere at some point that it would get slow at first during the school season, just because I don't know how my classes are gonna be and whatnot, and all the school related things. But outside of that, I'm sure that y'all have, I don't know why my voice is like starting to cry. This isn't like that deep. It really isn't. But outside of said conversation of school, I guess, some things, well, I guess this is kind of school related. But we'll go ahead and kind of talk about, I guess, not some of the fun stuff. Let's get the bad stuff out the way, so this can be a fun stream. So pretty much, for reasons I can't disclose, and these aren't bad reasons, I would say, but for reasons I can't disclose, my athletic training internship kind of has been revoked. I pretty much got kicked off, not for a bad reason, and honestly, if anything, it was kind of like a compliment in a sense of the reason why. Obviously, it's not a good thing that it happened, but as far as like, oh Lord, this is gonna be a while. As far as like, yeah, pretty much what happened is, I got let go in a way this past week, and so that really sucks, because I don't know if you guys have been in the streams or the videos that I've talked about this. I think it's more streams than videos, but that's like my end goal dream job. That's, I would say, is like stable, I guess, in a way. Because I guess I wouldn't refer to YouTube as stable, no matter if you have like 12 million subs or, you know, anything, unless you get to like the point where it's like people are, I don't know, I wouldn't even say, I just wouldn't count YouTube as a stable job. But yeah, that was like my dream job. And so with the university that I am at right now and all the things, it was going to be an absolutely great year. It was going to be a great experience. It was going to help me get some stuff that I needed to graduate, and it pretty much fell through the holes for stuff that, yes, I did do. Again, it wasn't some bad things. I would say the issues were very minuscule, but at the same time, you know, they did happen, and there is a possibility that I could be put on the team again next year. But I think, as far as getting back to that point where I was, I will have to wait for someone to leave or to be needed again in, I guess, maybe not necessarily a desperate measure, but maybe more of like a, how do I say this? I really can't disclose that much. That's what kind of sucks. So I think we'll kind of cap that off with, I pretty much, like, to put it in better terms, I had quit my reliable job that I had been at. I've been there for 4 years before I quit this past summer. Yeah, and it was going on 5. It was really close to 5. And just like a little, what you call it, background for information, if you guys and I can get more involved in like my my commitment to a lot of things is, I think even my dad has said this to me quite some bit, but I typically like doing everything to the best of my abilities, where I go find out the small details. I've probably said that in a video before, definitely said it in live streams, but yeah, so it's like everything that I do, I'm going to do to the best of my abilities. And I think that had some effect on why I was kicked off the team, and not again in like a terrible way or anything like that, but just due to the current situation. But yeah, so whenever I was offered the ability to, whenever I did this interview, do this internship that would eventually lead to again, I said my dream job, which would have been like men's basketball athletic trainer for a university or for an NBA team, like anything basketball related with guys. And our team this year is projected to be one of the top teams in the United States. And so everything was looking great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was something where it was something that I didn't take advantage of or take for granted, but it was definitely something that I should have been more wary and careful of for the things that I do, because of how expensive the programs are and stuff, and just how important every aspect of it is whenever it comes to just literally everything in it. And so my knowledge and previous studies that I had done for, the previous 6 years before I even got the internship was like almost my downfall in a way. And so yeah, I had quit my 4-year, almost going on 5-year job to do this internship. I had I left my family and my friends in my home state to go 8 hours away for this internship. During the summer, I feel like at the beginning of it, there was a lot of times where I felt alone, for sure. I mean, I'd say alone and lonely are two different things. I definitely felt alone. There was definitely a good amount of like room where I was lonely, but I'd say it kind of got filled up quick with the amount of time I was devoting to work and my internship, and then to y'all and some friends online and stuff like that I couldn't see in person anymore. And so the lonely part wasn't necessarily a huge issue for that long. But yeah, so that really stunk. That happened this past Thursday. And so I'm going to have to like really work my butt off and my tail to get back to where I was, and kind of show them like, hey, even though, in my eyes and their eyes too, that the mistakes were minuscule, even though they were repeated, like this is going to have to be something that I really show them like, hey, this has changed. And it's going to be hard because, if you know a lot and you've studied stuff a lot, and especially if you've applied yourself in that area for yourself, like for me, I played basketball 4 years of high school. I was working out 6 times a day during quarantine. It was my life. I idolized it in a very bad way, but I guess if you were looking at it from like a basketball player's perspective, it was something that would have been like, oh, that's like, dude, I wish everyone on my team would have done that, something kind of thing. So there's that. But then also like, to put it in perspective again, for this training internship, like it would have gone into the school year. So because it's university related, I scheduled my classes around that. I took less classes. Let's see. I did my work schedule based off that to where I could do that. And pretty much everything school related, work related, revolved around expecting to be able to do this for the season, right? So as soon as I kind of figured out that it was like, hey, we're parting ways with you for this season, it was just like, dang, because I sacrificed a lot of my mental health that I never thought I would have had to deal with or whatever during that summer to do that internship. Like I sacrificed seeing my family, my friends. I sacrificed a lot to be able to do it, and then to pretty much get promised like, hey, this is what you're going to get, and then kind of get cut off from it was like, it was just like a whole like what if I just never took the internship kind of thing. That way I could have, I guess in a way had more of a stable and fun summer that would have been more, I guess, typical and normal of like what it normally would have looked like. Now again, would I have started the channel? Probably not if I did that. So I mean, in a way, there's positives, there's ups and downs, but at the same time, this is again one thing that I would do for fun. So when it comes to, hey, like real life situations and like fun, which ones do you have to choose? It's like a no-brainer, unfortunately. But Ugg says, we hope everything gets well for you soon. I appreciate that. It's man, it sucks to talk about because it really does hurt. But yeah. So then also I got pulled in, and this is like, I hate that is not the that's not the end of the bad news. But so I don't know if y'all have kind of like remembered this or if I even kind of stated it clearly. I lost my last car about 3 years ago ish, give or take. Actually, it'll be 3 years ago in the spring. So around like February to March ish area, it'll be 3 years where I lost my first car. And that was just because I was going down to my friend's university. I was getting ready to go hang out with them, and on the way back, everything on the car pretty much exploded. And so it'd been a while that I hadn't had a car. So I just pretty much, after the school year ended in the spring, however many months ago, I was just pretty much, I got offered the internship opportunity and all of that and whatnot. So I was like, all right, I'll just stay here. So I never even really went back to my hometown, my home city, my home state, all that stuff. I just stayed here. And during that time where I got lonely and anxious, I was talking to my parents. I was like, hey, I feel very trapped. Did y'all find out why everything exploded in your car? So, let's see. So it exploded in that spring. I'd say around August, early August / late July area of the. So let's see. This happened in 2024. Yeah, 2024. So late 2023, around August area. I was driving home late at night, and in my home city there is a ton of deer. Like, just deer are just typically what you see everywhere. It's actually kind of beautiful because the way that you can kind of picture it is like in your backyard, you don't see like another fence. Like, you just see wildlife, and it's not like you'd see deep into it. Like, there's like a ton of trees and stuff, but it's not like a whole huge area. It's just enough to where you're not seeing like a neighbor's yard or anything like that, or anything close, except like your left and right if you were looking out from your door or whatever. And so there's like a whole bunch of deer and stuff that will go around. So anyway, I was driving home late one night, and there were some deer. Swerved, so I didn't hit the deer because that would have done probably a lot more damage to my car, and kind of jumped the curb a little bit to where it scraped the bottom of my oil pan, to where the oil was just slowly dripping out of my oil pan for months until pretty much there was no oil. And so also during that December break that I had that year, I installed a backup camera, CarPlay, some other stuff, like did a whole bunch of stuff with my dad that summer, or that Christmas break. And one of the things my dad had told me when we were working on my car is, because the check engine light was on, and like a whole bunch of other lights, my dad was saying like, hey, nothing's wrong with your car, it's just the way that the program is acting up. If you want to fix it, you can take it to this dealership. It's like $80 at the time, and still broke college student. I was like, you know what, I'll put it off until like the summer, and that's going to be an easy payment I could do. But until then I don't need it. So when we were driving back from my friend's university on like this other 8-hour car drive back to my university. The oil pan light was going off, but I was assuming that it was part of the check engine light and all those other light problems. So never ended up looking at it. Long story short, ran out of oil, blew up the cab to the car. So I'd been without a car. And so I guess now we can kind of transition into like where I was going with this, but unfortunate, man. I understand how you feel. I was in a similar situation not too long ago. It was tough, but just learned that everything happens for a reason. Just got to have the spunk to keep moving forward. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I guess in this situation too, like the way I looked at it right off rip was, okay, so I'm going to be working harder than I ever have before in almost any area of my life to make sure that my grades are great, make sure that everything else in my life is going great, to where if the opportunity came back, like I'm ready. I'd rather be ready for an opportunity I'm never given than not be ready for an opportunity handed and presented to me, right? So, hold on. Pretty much during this summer, and I feel like this would have been a lot different, which kind of sucks, but again, it is what it is. At some point this would have had to happen. But during the summer, I was talking with my parents. I was like, hey, I feel really trapped. I'm in a city where it's just primarily for college. Like nobody else really lives in the city. I think it's like a 40,000 population, 40 to 70,000, which is not a lot compared to Austin, which is in the millions, which is where I'm from. And so was talking to them, was like, hey, I'm doing this internship. I can walk to this part of the university, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I feel really trapped. I feel like I don't have a car. Like, well, I feel like because I don't have a car, that was kind of the reason for that. And so I was like talking to them, and this is what we've done in the past, is that my parents have like let us borrow money from them in a sense to get a car back, and we'd pay it off and then pay them back, you know? And so I said, hey, you know, I had that same conversation, eventually came to terms to where we were going to be able to get me another car to where I didn't feel trapped, and I could also, you know, go back down for breaks on my own terms, not having to worry about moving out of an apartment or moving anywhere, going to work, blah, 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 etc., without having like my own car and having to worry about like, hey, can I get a ride from this person anymore? It felt like a huge burden to be always on someone's time, and just having to like, especially with how much stuff I had, like bringing stuff back for breaks and just all of the whole shebang was just, you just feel like a burden in a sense of like, it's just not convenient at all. But at the same time, it's also really hard to do for a long time, especially with people that live in your hometown and stuff. There's only limited people and whatnot. So, ended up going to get a car, looked at it, had everything checked out, on my own terms. My dad was pretty close to being a mechanic, so a lot of the stuff, like he loves cars. He, you know, in college he went for a different degree, but like he was like 9 hours away from having a mechanic's degree and stuff like that, just solely because of the information and time that he had studied on the side, on just like in his own fun ways kind of thing. And so we were looking at the car. He gave me a whole list to look at for this car that I have right now, technically. And, you know, I went through everything on the checklist. Everything looked good. And then ended up taking it into some shops. A lot of shops later, it has all these problems that we couldn't see and that I couldn't check out unless I had like the correct tools, which being in a completely different state with like just a kind of handheld amount of tools is very hard to do. And if my dad was there, you know, the story would have probably been different. But ended up, you know, we bought the car, and so at the point of where it was, we got like the brakes, the rotors, the calipers, and some hoses fixed and stuff. And that was like $2,000. So I spent like $4,600 on the car to buy it, just off the guy. And so payment after payment go back down to Austin to see my family, do a whole bunch of other stuff, and pretty much we look at the car, there's some stuff that needs to get replaced. Costs ends up going from, you know, a $5,000 payoff, which is easier for me to do and work with. It's typically like a year or so of paying it off. Ended up being like 10K or so, give or take, maybe a little bit more now from where it's at. And so there's all these, just the pressure and the anxiety of worrying about like, hey, like now we have this car that's a lot more than we thought. Should have probably just looked at a different car, but we ended up taking it to some shops and stuff that were saying like, hey, this is a really great quality car. It just needs these fixes. Once it's there, you know, it'll be good. And we'd fix these things and it would start to drive better, and it would start to, you know, mechanically function the way it should be and stuff like that. And anyway, price skyrocketed to like 10K. And hearing that from my point of view with the income that I would make during a year was very scary, because I'm about to graduate college. I thought I had a secure job that would have been able to help me pay that off probably within a year or two gap to my parents, and ended up not being, you know, it fell through for at least the current moment. But so I had this huge price that's kind of like been haunting me on my shoulders. And so you know, recently trying to pay off that while working a job, and also while trying to do the internship in school and try to do this, it's technically 4 jobs in a way, if you want to look at it like that. And so one of the things that was, you know, and still, you know, managing my free time and, you know, making sure I have a social life and stuff like that, to where I'm not wasting away my years or whatnot. But, went through all this, and so, you know, internship just got canceled. Was thinking, hey, okay, that's fine, at least I still have my job, right? And so during the school year, I can't work 30 hours, but my job was pretty much requiring me, and they were saying, based off the business's needs, you have to work this amount of hours. And so I was like, hey, like I've already tried doing it this past week. Like this is like almost impossible for me to work 30 hours, go to school with even the little amount of hours I was taking, and still have time to do my homework and stuff like that, because of the times that they were trying to schedule me. And so was telling them like, hey, I need like 12 hours, maybe 15 max. And so I was going through everything with them, and they were pretty much saying, like, by the end of the thing, like, hey, we can't work those hours, or even if we could. I ended up, by the end of the conversation, I told them, and I stretched my hours out to almost 19, which would have been, you know, a lot, like 10 or 11 hours less than I was taking, but still a lot for managing and balancing everything that I had going on my plate. And they were pretty much saying, hey, these hours are, how do I explain it? Like, they're covered. They're already worked by people in your shoes that are like also college students. We don't need these hours filled. They've been here longer than you or whatever, to where they had promised me that they were going to be flexible with the school hours and stuff. So that's why I took the job. But figured out, like, long story short, they kind of lied about it in a sense, to where they were pretty much holding me in a room, looking at me and having this conversation with me, and were pretty much just giving me like a blank stare type of face, saying, hey, either you're going to be able to work these hours, like this is what they were expecting me to say, was, hey, you're going to work these hours, or you're going to put in your 2 weeks. And so I can't sacrifice, you know, obviously school to work, even though I have these car payments and stuff I need to pay. And so I pretty much told them, hey, I guess I'm going to have to put in my 2 weeks. So that happened a couple, maybe like 3 days ago. So not far after the internship stuff, but had to put in my 2 weeks. So now in 2 weeks I'll technically be jobless. I think I've got some other jobs looked at and lined up to where I should be able to hopefully have things go working hand in hand with my school schedule, but at the same time giving me more relaxation and flexibility to be able to like have a social life, have, you know, be able to do other things and not have to stress about work, but just having it there still, at least, to where I can make these car payments. And so yeah, I had to end up putting in my 2 weeks. And so I need to go talk to some other people later on this week and whatnot. But I got to find another job very soon. I have like an emergency fund that I've saved up for and stuff, to where, like, case and scenario, case in point, this were to happen, this period of time can get covered without being stressed out or anything. But considering that the car is still not paid off, it's still kind of stressful in a way of just knowing that, like, hey, this is technically, it's technically going to help me, in a sense, get this stuff paid for and covered, but at the same time, I still have payments to make. So it's technically like, it's not like it's really going into anything except just more time going to be wasted. And so that was the huge real dilemma that I ended up getting faced with this past week, to where I was just like, YouTube's gonna have to wait, or at least on, like, I think I said video on Saturday, there's no video that was uploaded Saturday and stuff like that. And so I finally was able to find a time today, after working yesterday, for, doing this live stream, explaining everything, kind of doing all that stuff, but just kind of getting back into the groove of where we used to be before school started, and then kind of like towards the very, very beginning of school. But as far as where we're going to be going moving forward, I really can't promise too much, because and I don't say that in like I'm quitting YouTube or I need to take a break or whatever, but I'm talking about more of the videos per week or something like that. I really can't promise it. But what I'm going to try to do is try to at least get one of something out on YouTube a week for you guys. That way, you guys are still able to, we're not just disappearing off the face of the planet because of the struggles that have, came into play for me. But I'm not getting stressed out trying to do too much for you guys in a way where I'm focusing too much on what I like to do, even though I would love to get paid to do this. But right now that's obviously not happening, which maybe eventually it will in the future, which would be really nice. But for the current standpoint that we're at, this is, it's not something that we can just make priority over the other big things. Don't worry, man. We understand. You can take a longer break to get everything together. Yeah, it's just, we'll figure it out, and I'm going to keep you guys posted. Like, I've tried to in the Discord. I'll try to do it more on YouTube posts, because I know a lot of people aren't in the Discord yet. But as far as like updates, I'll keep you guys updated every second of the way, in hopefully a truthful manner, not necessarily of like a, hey, we're going to be doing this today, or hey, blah, 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 like I'm going to try to do this on whatever day, but more in like the, hey, this is where I'm at, this is the updates, blah, blah. And then as far as those videos coming out and stuff, like especially videos, as far as those come, whenever it comes to posting and uploading them, I will only update you guys as far as, hey, this is going to be coming out this day or whatever, when it's fully edited and recorded and ready to post. So as far as editing goes and recording, I'll also keep y'all updated on that in the Discord, but I'm not going to make any promises during those phases of like recording and editing videos of like, hey, I think this is going to come out this day anymore, just because of where we're at right now. But I will, when the videos are, and streams can happen and are fully edited, if they're a video, I will be telling you guys like, hey, this is going to be uploaded, whatever day, and then y'all can expect it there for sure. But yeah, really sorry to hear all that. So it's always good to take breaks. We hope to hear better news in the future. I appreciate you guys. See, this is something that I feel like a lot of people don't really get anymore out of YouTube, just because where it's kind of gone in the direction it's gone to. But I really do appreciate you guys for this. It takes off a lot more stress off my back. I mean, even though you guys are, like a tenth of the viewers or whatnot that actually end up watching the videos, you guys are the most loyal. And so that I really do appreciate that, because it makes me feel better of knowing like, hey, when the time comes that I can start doing this regularly, that y'all will be here. So I really do appreciate that. But also, like, I'm gonna try to keep things as consistent as I can be, especially just because I'm taking less hours during school. But you know, I am taking a little bit harder classes, so I mean, I'll just update you guys as we go. But yeah, I mean, the good news is I will have more time than I did this past week, week and a half, 2 weeks, you know, even month, to put more effort into you guys and YouTube, to where you guys can get stuff out of it. I'm like, yes, it hurts, but at the end of the day, like, you got to move on. Like, so, and I just got to prepare. Like, I can't really be sappy and like sorry and kind of be sad about moving on from this. Like, yes, it's just part of the job. It's part of the job experience. It's gonna happen to somebody and to everyone at some point. So eventually, it was gonna be me. Did I think it was gonna be me then? No. But like, I'm not gonna let that stop me from trying to get to the same position I was in, and or let it change my mentality or mindset of the things and on the things that I was already doing, like YouTube and school and just my hobbies, hanging out with friends. Like, I'm not gonna let it get me down in that area, because it's just a part of life. And to be less profound, it's like, at the end of the day, it really is just something that maybe God was telling me wasn't for me. So I'll see what the future plans look like for that. But that's the other thing that's kind of I don't try to worry about this too much, just because I feel like there's only so much that you can control. But like, I feel like, I mean, you guys can kind of even see it with like YouTube, is like, I really could see myself doing a whole bunch of other different professions full time. It just really depends on whatever ends up turning out in the situation. It's just do I know which one's gonna, like, because I really couldn't. If someone told me that I could be an athletic trainer, a YouTuber, you know, go down the list of everything, that like a guitarist or anything, like, and someone said you had to choose, dude, I'd be sitting in that room forever. Like, it's so hard for me to like want to choose something. It's just, I typically have chosen and decided to stick with the things that are, in my eyes, again, most reliable in a sense. So, and it goes on the end of this. God will steer, just got to keep rowing. Yeah, I 100% believe in that. And so we'll see where we end up going. I'm not like, yes, in the moment I was really stressed about it, and it was really hard for me to take in, especially just because in the moment I never thought that was going to be the conversation that we were going to have during that time. But I'm really not worried about it. There will always be, if not this university, another one, or if not this job opportunity, another one. There's always going to be another something, right? So I'm not stressed about that. I do just need to, I think this definitely opened my eyes up to what a lot of stuff looks like in that field and aspect, to where just taking everything so professionally that even if other people in the workplace aren't, and just even if, you know, whatever the case is, that I'm doing the best that I've known from the experiences that I've had in my life, is what we'll end up taking from it. But I will say though, you guys can expect more videos with some friends, especially on Minecraft. I've got ton of friends that just came back for, you know, school and whatnot, and was talking to them and was like, hey, would you guys be down to do this? Would you guys enjoy doing this? Like, comfortable, feeling like, you know, all the things that would go hand in hand to making a YouTube video out of it. Would you guys want to do that and whatnot? And they were like, dude, we would love to. That would be fun. Would not mind doing that at all. Blah 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 and whatnot. So you guys can expect stuff like that for sure. Especially because I haven't edited the what do you call it? The Minecraft horror mod video yet, but it's edited. And so I'll probably try to get that edited sometime throughout this week as I end up you know, finishing my schoolwork and stuff like that, to where I can get that posted to where more of those types of videos can come out and stuff that I have with my friends, because they are now back at their university to where they can also kind of be a little bit louder without having to worry about like, hey, like my family's, you know, like all the things of being like, well, I can't kind of scream all the time, especially at 10 o'clock at night, because, you know, I got whoever and whatever, you know, going on or whatever with my family and they're asleep or, you know, whatever. So we'll be able to do more of that, and I think you guys will really enjoy. Like, we'll do some Sky Wars, we'll go through the whole shebang. Like, anything and everything that's listed and said in Minecraft will probably get done, especially with people, just because they love doing it, I love doing it. I feel like the more personalities you get in a video, the more you can typically enjoy it from a viewer standpoint, just because they bring out, especially like best friends and close friends like I have that have been in my videos for so long, is that they just bring out, they know y'all are, me and Jake especially are on the same wavelength like 24/7. I mean, we've been playing Sky Wars when we can in between, you know, now and the last time I posted and whatnot, and like I just feel like those videos would just go nuts, just because I feel like a lot of y'all would enjoy the banter that we have between each other and stuff like that. We really do kind of make everything a lot more fun for y'all's eyes, but also just for us too, because it's at some point too, especially when you get in these kind of ruts where you still want to do YouTube, but it's not first on your priority list, or it's not like, hey, I have a comfortable amount of time to do this on my own, or especially when you hit those dead spots, like bringing in people is like the best way to do that. And so it'll be really fun moving forward to see like what kind of videos we can end up coming out with, and how much more engaging they'll be for you guys. I think even for us, like the parkour video, even though it wasn't like the most I don't want to say like entertaining for like a topic wise, I would say like just him and I being in there like is what made it fun. And so we've been trying to get this Find the Button video scheduled to where we can record this at the same time, but he hates the challenge because he lost or he hates the punishment because he lost the parkour challenge of having to do inverted controls. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him an out, but I'm gonna make it a really difficult out, so he either has to choose like, hey, like I gotta do this. Could be anywhere from like eating like a hot chili pepper or something to you know, maybe it's worth doing the inverted controls or something. I don't know, something along those lines. But we're gonna get it out, and it's gonna be a fun one. Just like anything with me and Jake is typically, in my eyes, always entertaining. Just to even watch back myself, like I do really enjoy watching back like the Let's Play videos and stuff like that on my own time, just because it's like self progress of where we are building wise, but also like my process of editing videos and going through that whole phase is also like is cool to see, like the improvements I can do on that area too. Make him eat the hot chip as an option. You know what's funny? He actually has one of those videos on his channel already, and it's old, but man, I would love to see him do that again. He's oh dude, he was telling me after he did that challenge that it messed up his stomach for like a week straight, and he's, you know, already got he had already had like some, not like IBS or anything, but like he already had like gluten and dairy problems and stuff, to where it just made the whole thing so much better, because, you know, everyone typically goes to lean towards milk in those situations and this, that, the other, to where it was just funny to see like, yeah, well, your only options are gonna pretty much be pretty painful. But yeah, he's gonna, we'll figure out something. We'll have to talk about, I'll talk to him about it soon, because I know he's been wanting to record something soon, and I think we're gonna be doing a different game besides Minecraft soon as well. And so we'll have like, I'll try to make sure that if we upload like a video like that we're uploading like a Minecraft video in the same week, so I can just like either have a Minecraft video already pre-recorded, or I can just wait to schedule it until like there's a week where I have time to still post a Minecraft video, but also post that. That way you guys aren't like, well, dang, dude. I mean, as much as I enjoy watching this dude, I enjoyed watching him do this, you know? So it's like everyone gets a win type of thing. But we were looking at, I think the game was called, what was it called? It was called like, oh no, what did I do? Oh no, we just totally lengthened this the wrong way. That's fine. Right? Yeah, we made it 3 instead of this. So I think it would just be something like that as far as like fences go or whatever. But a week straight is wild. What do you mean a week straight? Oh yeah, no, for stomach issues. Yeah, it was I mean, dude, that chip, like, he was telling me like, you know, you can, he was like, you want to throw it up, but like, and a lot of people say like, because I've literally bought the chip at like a gas station for like 20 bucks or something. Maybe it was 10 bucks back in the day. You could try placing all the spruce logs that are 2 blocks or more above the water with oak, so the bottom looks wet and the top logs look dry. Yeah, low key. Or even if we wanted to keep it spruce, we could do like dark oak in the water. We're gonna add that at some point. Like, this is definitely gonna be a stream project, so when we have more time on a longer stream, which I think we'll do. Let's see, tomorrow, what time do I get out of class? I get out at like 2:50. We could typically like do a stream tomorrow and get some stuff done. What we need to do in this world is we need to make a tree farm, an automatic one, and then that way we can start decorating the Enderman farm and the creeper farm. Oh, and we need to start setting up our sheep farm to be automatic as well. That way we can get a whole bunch of wool for the balloons on the creeper farm, and then we can make those hot air balloons / blimps, whatever you want to call them, maybe both. So I'm trying to, a reason also I haven't uploaded a Let's Play video in a while is just because I've been trying to figure out, I think, what we're going to do for the next Let's Play video. And I was thinking about this earlier today, so I'm kind of like a few steps ahead. But everything that we were kind of talking about, like the creeper farm and the Enderman farm and all this stuff, is like a really long process type of video, to where it would take me a couple days just to record it, and then editing would be a whole nother battle and stuff like that. But those are bigger projects, so we could also just split those into YouTube videos and, you know, like get some sort of amount of progress through and just be like, hey guys, all right, I'll see you guys in the next episode. This is as much as we were able to do for the time that I have, blah blah blah. We could do something like that. Or this is what I was thinking about earlier today, is like in the next Let's Play episode, what we could do, because this won't take too long, this is like a good Let's Play type of video, is, oh no, is like making the mine entrance. That shouldn't take that long at all to do, especially with the pickaxes that we've had now, and then moving the cobblestone generator in there. We could do that, and we could also even add like some sort of staircase up to the zombie farm, to where we can make said zombie farm accessible if you didn't have an elytra for whatever reason, for maybe newcomers. I don't know. I mean, I know it's just gonna be me and technically us in this world, but if we needed to get here for some reason without an elytra and we didn't have one, then, you know, make it something like that. Like, we could do that. What's up, Chowder? How you been? How you been, man? I wish I had something to feed you, but I really don't. So I'm just gonna go back up here real quick. But yeah, I mean, I hate to like make this live stream kind of majority of it being like a sappy, sad, like, don't feel bad for me. Like, trust me, it's gonna happen at some point in my life, whether I like it or not, or something along those lines. It sucks, but it's more, this live stream is more to be giving you guys a heads up of like, hey, this is what's going on. And we can also do this soon too. I think that's why we're expanding the boardwalk, is so we can get all of their areas prepared. So that's more of what we needed. Dang, dude, I'm just such an idiot for keeping this length. But no, it's literally just quite literally this one. This is the only one that we have a problem with right now. So it's 1 2 3 4. Is that how it is over here? 1 2 3 4. Yeah. So wait, we need to copy this. I don't have any plans for after I finish school. I'm cooked. No, I think honestly that's a better position to be than where I am right now. Just because you're getting yourself to where you don't have to worry about necessarily. I mean, yeah, you have to kind of, you don't stress about it. Really don't. Like, you could go into business and go to, you know, to your junior year of college and not know what you want to do out of business yet, and, you know, still have it. Like, you could even go a year after graduating college and not know what you want to do, take an off year. Everyone's path's different, so don't trip about it. Don't think that you're like cooked or for whatever reason, whatever the problem is. Like, there's gonna be an issue or whatnot. Like, you'll be fine. Oh my gosh, guys, this is so frustrating because I really want to make this symmetrical all the way through, and I feel like we're gonna have to. All right, let's just do it. Let's just do it because I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't know if I would do this off camera either, so we'll just do this and then we'll end the live. This shouldn't take that long, but it's not going to be like a 5-minute process. It'll probably be around till 5, which is when I actually have to end the live stream anyway today, because I've got some stuff I gotta knock out. I gotta go to Walmart and get some books to write in for school. I've got to, oh my gosh, I've got to go meet up with one of my friends to talk about a possible job opportunity. So he's gonna come over probably around 5:30, give or take. And so yeah, there's some stuff that I'm gonna eventually get to cover. Oh lord, dude, we totally okay. So it's, yeah, I don't have that much time today, and then I gotta just make sure I'm caught up on all my schoolwork and whatnot. But it shouldn't be too much of a like, hey, this is gonna be a really in the way project or something like that. I think once we get give me like a week or two, and like that's like, obviously I'm still gonna be posting during that time, but like give me like a week or two to like really be able to figure out what this year is gonna look like now, because I had totally different expectations and just all that stuff going down the line of like what I thought this would be and what it ended up actually being. So yeah, but I mean, I won't go to high school. I won't go to college. I guess I'll get a job or something. I mean, there's a lot of jobs out there that, you know, you don't need a degree for, and some good ones too. Like, I guess when I say good ones, depending on like what you would allow to be like said as like a yeah, I'd be willing to do that type of job. There are a ton of good jobs out there that you don't need degrees for, you don't need any of that stuff for. I feel like college is always just quote unquote the safe route, especially if you don't know what you want to do, because there's a lot of time that you get in between. Even though the time does go by a lot faster, there's a lot of time in between of what you typically think you would want to pursue in that time period, and just a lot of people that you'd get influenced by that you could be like, hey, well, you know, I might actually end up doing this now because of this person, or, you know, whatever. My grades are definitely not the best for any of that. Barely passing. I'm barely passing to 11th grade. I mean, if it makes you feel better, dude, it was the same way for me. I mean, not in like a completely like, dude, I was on the verge of like flunking out of high school or anything, but I wasn't like the smart. In middle school, I was the smartest kid ever, but that's also because I loved playing Minecraft, and it was specifically Minecraft at the time in like 5th grade. I was getting like the worst grades in the world. Like, you could imagine it, like a 16 was like an average for me in elementary school. And my parents were like, hey, if you don't get this figured out, we're kind of going to have to like, take away Minecraft and stuff. And so look at me. It was a, quite the motivator, because, I ended up figuring it out. But I mean, I was the same way, dude. Don't stress about that. Like, you really shouldn't be tripping over it too much. So let's see. I want this to be 3. We have to make this come out and have this to where this is like that. We're gonna have That there, we'll have the 3, and then this needs to go out 1 more. I still have so much time before college or high school, if I even go, but I still feel like I wouldn't be able to think of what job to do with that much time to think. Things fall into place. I'm telling you, things will fall into place for you to where you'll figure it out. Don't stress about it. I mean, the job market's gonna be waiting for you regardless, dude. Like, it'll be waiting for you eventually. And it's not to like scare you or anything. Just don't get on yourself too much about it. It's not, at the end of the day, it's not something you should want or have to stress about. You'll be fine. I'm telling you. Like, I don't even know where I'm supposed to be right now. Like, I have a general idea of where I want to go, but like at the same time, I'm looking at it kind of like now as like is this even where God wants me kind of thing? Because clearly this was a huge setback from where I just was type of thing. So you're not alone. No one's gonna be, and the people that will be blaming you for, or people that might be blaming you for that kind of scenario aren't the people you're gonna want to hang out with anyway. You'll be fine. I'm telling you. It's all just a part of the process. And at the end of the day, like, it'll sort itself out. Everyone's path is different. You could figure out what you want to do tomorrow. You could figure out what you want to do in 10 years. But I feel like comparing yourself to the other Joneses around you is what's gonna end up making that kind of like your downfall. Like stressing too much about something you shouldn't stress about, because everyone's path is different. It's like stressing about looking the same as everyone else physically when everyone else has a different body type. It's like, why would you stress over something that's not even the same, right? So maybe not a lot of people look at it like that whenever it comes to why they're stressing, or this, that, and the other, etc. But I don't think it should be something you should stress over. I think this is gonna come along quite nicely, actually. Quite nicely, actually. Holy moly. What is this? It's 3. Yeah, so we just gotta pretty much take this all out 1 more. And then just do something like this, which now it's actually getting a lot easier to do. Holy moly. Holy moly. And then, let's see, do like something like this for this one, right? Oh, we're gonna have to go down there at some point and fill that in. So we will do that at some point, but not today. Not today. Jump this, please. Yeah. Then we can do trapdoors. We can do some trapdoors, and yeah, we're gonna just end up doing probably 1, 2, 3, 4, however many different types of villagers there are, and we'll put one of each in each little kind of hut thing. And it'll be a nice little boardwalk that you'll be able to walk around, and it'll look a lot better than this. Trust me, it will. Oh yeah, now we gotta go back and do these top ones. Make these all wood. Wooden planks. That is my other oak log. Dang it. Dang it. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it though. Like really, you got it. And I know that's like, you're probably like, dude, you're not helping, or like, dude, that's so generic to say. Like everyone says that, like, but my situation's different. Like, trust me. I mean it when I say it, because I was in that position of like, I didn't know what I wanted to do until I did know what I wanted to do, and I got redirected. I tore my UCL in my arm, thought I was going to go play college basketball, thought I was going to try to live that until I got redirected. So you'll get directed, whether it's painful or not. I'm not really stressing about grades specifically because I never cared to get them up, but right now I'm stressing about a completely unrelated thing, which kind of don't affect me. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, at the end of the day, just control what you can control, because that's, at the end of the day, what you're going to be, I mean, like, for example, YouTube. If I was striving to make this a career job, which, I mean, again, would love to, but now is that typically probably in my cards, probably not, but like let's say hypothetically I was to where this was going to be my dream job, or dream job is in, yes, it is one of them that I would want, but like would it happen? So let's say if I was like really trying to make this happen and I like dropped out of school or whatever, and I was like, all right, I'm going to take 2 years off to go do YouTube full time and do it to the best of my abilities, try to improve in every aspect as I can, blah, blah, blah. You know, grow. Ended up doing decent, but not enough to where I can make it a full time thing. And you just eventually are like, hey, I gave myself this time period, or hey, I just never ended up being able to make this a full time job for whatever reason. Like, just be happy and satisfied with being able to control what you can control. Because I feel like that's always been something that I've looked at personally too, is like, at the end of the day, it's cool to be able to make those things happen, and it's a lot more securing and like what you have to do. But like, if you gave it your best shot and it didn't work out, at least you can rest well that night knowing that you did as much as you possibly could, instead of quitting early and, you know, thinking that it's too impossible or whatever it is to where you don't even try. That's where it's going to be the downfall of like, hey, you could have done more here, or like stressing to think about that from one of those other perspectives. Like, just don't trip about it too much, whatever it is. And it doesn't have to, like, it could be same thing for me. Like, as long as I'm trying to go out and find a job, and I'm trying to go out and get this stuff like to where it's happening, I think my parents would probably say the same thing of like, you tried, you're gonna find it eventually, or you'll get it eventually, but don't stress right now about trying to make payments, because you at least gave it your all of what you thought you could, you know? Instead of like, if I was just lazy and just was like, well, I lost, you know, throwing a pity party of like, well, I lost everything, or I lost a lot, and so it's like, well, now I'm not gonna try. And they'd probably look at me and be like, well, that sucks. Like, you didn't even try to put the effort in after the storm came through, right? Like, build your foundation on effort, because that's what you can control. And if you can control that and make it the best and bring your best, you don't always have to be your best every day, but if you can bring your best every day, you'll be fine. Like, you really will. I'm not stressing about it too much. I'm really not. It sounded like that towards the stream, and yeah, like, it's something I'm gonna worry about until things get to the point to where I can be a little bit more comfortable. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not gonna let it control me. I'm not gonna let it be something that I obsess over trying to get fixed, when the most I can do right now is go out and apply to other jobs, or go out and go make money some other way. Find ways to make money. Find ways to fill in the gaps of what used to not be gaps. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna rest better than I would have, knowing that I didn't try to do anything and I just decided to play Minecraft and try to do like all the fun hobbies of playing guitar and do all this stuff, and not worrying about the bigger problems just because something happened. So I don't know why I'm stressing about things that aren't in my control or don't really affect me. I mean, it's not uncommon for people to do that. Would I say it's healthy? No, but I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I mean, I was doing the same thing, so it's just don't try not to think about it too much. The more you think about it, the more it's gonna stress you out. The more it's just gonna add, you know, why would you stress about something that you can't? Don't stress, because stress doesn't add a day to your life. It doesn't add a single day to your life. Being able to be stressed or anxious or worrying about anything, you know, that you can't control, it doesn't do you any good. You have to be able to find that peace. For me, that peace is through Jesus Christ, and I get that's not the same for everyone else, and that's completely understandable. And I'm not throwing shade at anyone who doesn't do anything like that, but you have to find where your peace comes from, and it can't be something that can get taken away. So, what's up, Jake? we're actually about to end the live stream. We're just working on the boardwalk wall, talking. I'm about to, I gotta go to the store, grab some notebooks for school. Just had the whole rigmarole conversation of all this fun stuff that just happened in my life the past week. Yeah. But I mean, it went well. I mean, you kind of just, it's fine. You did, but I get it. You had class too. I was telling them how we're gonna be making videos though together soon, a lot more though, Jake. So they'll be on their toes for those. That is what I saw you were streaming, but I can't watch right now. I had a really tough day. Have fun. Love you, Caleb. I mean, see, everyone's going through it. It's not just me. So at the end of the day, why am I stressing as if it's the only thing? I'm the only one that it's ever happening to, and why would I act as if I'm the only one that's ever happened to? Of like, everyone should feel bad for me. Everyone should pity me. You know, it happens to everybody. At the end of the day, you gotta do what you can do, and that's enough. It really is. At the end of the day, that is enough. So, enough profound words from my end. I think we're gonna end the live stream right there. I think this is a pretty good time to end it, and then we'll see about when we can live stream next. I'll let y'all know on days whenever I'm live streaming in Discord and on YouTube. I'll be, whenever I communicate those things, it will be whenever I know for certain that there's a time that I can do it. So if you see something that says, hey, we're going to be streaming tomorrow, or most of the time it'll probably be, hey, we're streaming today in however many hours or minutes or whatever. But if you see something that's like future, like, hey, we're going to be streaming tomorrow at blank, like, I have cut out everything in that time period so I can do it. Otherwise it won't get said. Just until I can figure out the new schedule and then getting into the school rotation and stuff. You should do an announcement channel on the Discord probably. Yeah, I'll do that too. I'll do announcements, and then I'll make sure that everyone's updated. No one's gonna be left in the dark about any of the channel updates or anything like that. W Yap Live. Appreciate that, Ugh. Which I don't know if you even want to, I mean, if you want to get called something else, dude, we can do that too. And I can change your name on this thing as well, if you'd like. Really quick. But yeah. Yep. Videos, same thing. I mean, I told y'all about that earlier. As far as, let's see, Doc. Almost went the wrong route with that one. 42. There we go. I'm good. You can call me whatever you want. Yeah, I just now realized Ugh is now Dr. Yeah, I know. He just said it's because it was hard for everyone to pronounce his name. Which, respect. I mean, I get it. I also liked Ugh though, so either or. I don't know, but what about Dr. P? Dr. P, Mr. Pigeon. Mr. Pigeone. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Anyway, appreciate y'all for joining on the live. Again, future updates and stuff like that are solidified will be released on both YouTube, Discord, everywhere that I have social media on this for this account will be released. Discord specifically will be about videos I'm in the making of, sneak peeks and stuff like that, especially whenever it comes to some ideas. So if you guys aren't in the Discord already, go join. If you guys want to be able to be included in the like kind of polls of like what I should record or what you guys would rather see, I'll probably put some polls on here for different games and whatnot, or you know, stuff like that and such, as well on announcements. But Discord will be probably the main area where I go to ask like, hey, would you guys want to see this, or hey, you know, I'm thinking of doing this, would you guys rather, you know, I get most of my opinions from people on Discord of the way that everything's going to be. A lot of people mispronounce breads as well. That's such a lie. I feel like that's so easy to, anyway, yeah, everything, y'all will get updated. I appreciate you guys for the support. Or like, I really do. Y'all mean a lot more than y'all probably think when I say that. But I really do appreciate you guys for joining in and just supporting me from where we're at right now. But other than that, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys very soon.